I think that that's where we really started thinking about, oh, this is about bringing art into another kind of place. I'm not sure that it was that well-known an idea to kind of have a collective. I think we just sort of started thinking, well, let's just keep meeting, drink some beer, and sit around and talk about art.
And what was the incentive that led to create the collective?
Beats me. It was you. You and Reid asked me.
That's right.
And everybody else, right? You're the main.
Well, we were
organizers.
all at OCA together. We had all shown in Gallery 76, and we started thinking about, oh my God, what do we do when we leave school? Who do we talk to? But we got talking to Ron Benner and Jamili Hassan in London, Ontario. And that was where the first show came together, at the Embassy Cultural House. There are people living in the building, and you're upstairs in these pokey little hallways and things. And then there's the main bar with the regular clientele. And it was not, an easygoing bar. It was pretty rough around the edges. So I think that that's where we really started thinking about, oh, this is about bringing art into another kind of place.
That the place had meaning and history and content, that you could make art interact with it.
It actually connects the work more to real experience, rather than it being something sort of abstract and for a very particular audience.
Just made art making easier.
Yeah.
You were responding to really something physical in there and full of meaning already.
The Embassy Cultural Show, we actually hadn't got our name yet. We weren't kind of officially linked yet as a collective. We just wanted to do a show together. As artists trying to figure out how you're going to make work in a space like that, we had to consider, how does the space work? Who are the people who are here? Are we infiltrating? Are we invading? Are we condescending? Are we decorating? What's our role here? They had a mayor and a mayoress, voted in by the people in the community. So we would meet with them at a big table and we'd talk about being artists, and they kind of all just get out their cigarettes and just sort of stare at us like, you're kidding, right? You're kidding, right? And we thought, oh boy, this is going to be tough. I don't know if we could, I don't know if we could do this. I remember a guy walking by and kind of looking up at me and saying, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm painting some sunflowers up here, and I was kind of embarrassed. I didn't really know what to say to make it legitimate or anything. And he's like, huh, that'll really brighten up my day. And off he kept going. I thought, oh man, we're doomed. And in the men's area, I did little stylized bull's heads. I remember standing in the hallway and that same fellow coming by, and I thought, oh, here we go. Here comes the lashing. And he looked up and he said, that's pretty nice. And then off he went, and I was like, whew, we're safe. Because we'd spent so much time there working all summer and into the fall, they knew the work so well now because we would talk about the work and talk to them about it, so we would exchange ideas about it.
Beer with a number of women there and asked them, I'm going to paint some paintings for your living room. And what do you want in your paintings? Architecturally interesting. It was socially interesting and hopeful. I hope, anyway, made everybody feel, yeah, this really is something and it has tons of possibilities. You know, the way cultural sites attract more culture.
Malls, temples of consumerism, teeming arcades of bargain-minded, jostling humanity. The perfect place to find art?
I think we read an article about the manager.
About the management of
Right.
Dufferin Mall, which was doing a lot of outreach at the time. We were pretty chuffed with how things had gone at HOMEFRONT, so we were looking for a way to do that again. And that was a harder challenge, you know, that was in different shopping public.
Peter Costco built a Trojan horse, maybe 10 feet high, out of wood, and Walmart was about to take over Zellers. When Reed was doing some interviewing of people, he asked them, so what do you think of the art in the mall?
We were in high schools and we're just sort of asking merchants what they thought of the show, if they wanted to say anything on the video, but you know.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Well, it's right out front though.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
And the horse, the big horse.
Never looked at it.
They saw stuff that was like all the other displays and all the other paraphernalia and visual clutter of a mall. So for a lot of people there, they weren't really seeing art.
I told myself that people did see it. The same way that if I went through a mall, I would pay attention visually to certain stimulus and ignore certain other things. There was this stuff that kind of fit with the normal physical surfaces, the normal plant of a mall that was slightly off, but it belonged.
Not sure that it was so urgent that it got known as art. Maybe it was about, you can kind of bring something into a space and alter it in some way that might actually just have you thinking about a space differently. For myself, I'm still more interested in showing in, if I have the chance to show in a space that's not a conventional type of gallery. And then if I do, then I try to sort of figure out how do I make the work look not like it's supposed to be in a proper gallery.
I miss not working to a space. I miss it a lot.
The show is being put on by a group of artists called Place and Show, who believe in making art public.
Whenever, I see art in Yorkville, I think it's in the wrong place. Like, I hate that. I hate going to see art in Yorkville. I'm so glad that, Herman's is gone absolutely now, but I was so glad when those galleries left there. I just like that idea that art is even running.
It was Youngster.
That was still Yorkville.
Pretty hopping place.
No, that was still Yorkville context, though. See, both him and Isaacs. That district is Yorkville. But I always hated the way that art was so automatically attached to the rich, or that it was like after you finished all the things in life that were important, you could stop and think about art. It was like the last thing that mattered instead of like maybe the first thing that mattered, or it could be just among what mattered anywhere sort of thing. So